In this video, we will guide you through how to add currency and items to a shop in Roblox Studio. This is a continuation of the previous video on how to make an animated shop opening GUI in Roblox Studio. So make sure you watch that video first before continuing, otherwise this system will not make full sense. If you find this useful, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. Now let's continue. Now we are going to turn our sub GUI into a fully working system where players can use coins to buy items like sword. First, we will set the currency system. Now in the Explorer panel, just go to the server script service and click on the plus icon and create a script. And once that you have done that, just delete the pre-existing script like so and copy the first code from the description, which is also called as code 1. After copying, just press Ctrl V on your keyboard to paste it. This script gives every player a leader start folder and adds a coin value. Inside this script, you will see coin value equals to 500. So basically this is your default starting coin. You can change this number anytime. So you can even change it to something like 100, just like so. For hard economy, you can change it to 500 for normal, or you can give 1000 for a easy or rich start. So I'm just gonna leave it at 500, just like so. Now we need to add an item that players will buy, and in this tutorial we will be adding a sword, but you can add any items to your liking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open the toolbox, and I'm going to add a sword from the toolbox. So in the toolbox, make sure models is selected from the drop down, just like so, and just type sword or any items that you want to add. But if you want to add another items, you have to change the code to your liking. So I would only suggest doing that if you have some basic coding knowledge. So let's say I want to add this particular sword. I'll just click on it and click on OK. Click on yes, and you will see our classic sword will be successfully added. Now in the Explorer panel, you will find server storage. So make sure to drag your classical sword inside the server storage, just like so. And now just right click on your classic sword and choose to rename, and rename it to sword exactly with the S capital. And once you have done that, just hit enter. This is case sensitive, so you must type it exactly. This is very important because the script will only look for sword exactly. Now the next step is to go to replicated storage and click on the plus icon and just add a remote event. Now just right click on the remote event and choose to rename it, and rename it exactly to buy item event. Once you have done that, just hit enter. Again, this must match perfectly or the system will break. So make sure your B, I, and E are capitalized. So now just go back to server script service and add another script by just clicking on the plus icon and add a script. And now delete the pre-existing script and add another code, which is going to be code 2, and you can copy it from the description of the video. After copying, just press Ctrl V on your keyboard to paste it, just like so. This script controls everything from checking coins to checking item prices, and it even controls giving the items and removing the coin. Inside this script, you will see sword 100. This means the sword cost 100 coins. You can change this anytime. For example, you can just type 50 if you want the sword to be a cheap item. You can also add 100 for normal price, or 500 if you want it to be expensive item. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it at normal price, which is 100. Now the next step is to create a buy button. If you don't already have a buy button inside your shop, we are going to create it properly with an image so it looks clean like a real shop item. Now just go to your starter GUI and go to your shop frame. Now inside the shop frame, just click on the plus icon, just like so, and add a text button. This will be your buy button. So just right click on it and choose to rename it, and now rename it exactly to buy and type button and hit enter. Make sure the B are capitalized in here. Now let's make it look like a real shop item. So now the first thing that we need to do is, while selecting the buy button, just go to the properties and scroll down and find your text. Now you can change this to anything that you like. So I'm just gonna set it to sword and hit enter. I'm just gonna set the text scale to on, and I will choose the font to Fredoka 1. And after that, you can choose any color to your liking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and choose the color for the text. Let's say I want to go with a bit greenish color. I'll select it and click on OK and set the background transparency to 1. And now you can move it, or you can just choose anywhere that you like. So let's say I want to add it here, and I'm just gonna rename it to something like buy sword so it's easier, just like so, and position it and choose some color that stands out more, like red, and click on OK. And once that you have done that, make sure it looks like a purchase button. Now let's add the sword image, which is an important part. Now just click on your buy button for the plus icon and choose image label like so, and you can move it to your liking. So let's say I want the image to be added here, and you can resize it just like so. Now this image label will show the sword image. So just go to your toolbox and make sure it is set to decals. And now just type sword and you should see your swords. So I'll just add an image for sword. Let's say I want to add this particular image. So I'll just right click on it and choose to copy asset ID. And once you have done that, just select your image label and scroll down until you find the image. Just delete the pre-existing ones and paste the ID by pressing Ctrl V and hit enter. And now you can see we have successfully added an image. So you can just set the background transparency to 1, just like so. Now resize the image label so it fits inside the button nicely. So let's say I want to make it a little big, so I'll just drag the corners just like so. And once you have done that, the next step is to add the buy function script. Now just click on the plus icon for buy button and choose a local script. Now just delete the pre-existing script and copy the code number 3 from the description. And after copying, just paste it inside here by pressing Ctrl V, just like so. This script tells Roblox when the player clicks this button, buy the sword. So here is the important part. Inside the script, make sure the line is exactly sword. It must match your tool name in the server storage perfectly. Now let's just test it. So I'll just click on play to test it, just like so, and wait for the game to load. And now you will see we will have 500 coins by default as we added in the script. Now when I click on shop, you will see buy sword. So I'll just click on buy sword like so, and you will see we will successfully get our sword. And when I click on it, you will see we will equip the sword also. And after buying the sword, you will see the coins will also change after deducting the price of the sword, just like so. And when I click on shop, you will see the sword logo is a bit off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that. So I'll just select the image label just like so and resize it so it's a bit smaller, just like so, and click on play and test it once again. So now when I click on shop, you will see now it has been successfully resized. So now when I click on buy sword, you will see we will also get the sword. Now let's add some final touch. You can also add a label above or inside the button. So I'll just exit the game, and now let's add a label that helps the player understand the price before buying. So I'll just click on the plus icon for buy button, just like so, and add a text label. So I'll just add a text label just like so and resize it. And after I have done that, I can just go ahead and add the price of the sword, which in my case, it's going to be 100 coins. And once you have done that, just hit enter and set your color. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the color, or I can just pick the color to match. So I'll just click on pick screen color and choose the color, which is going to be this particular red color. So I'll just click on it and click on OK. Now I'll make sure to toggle on text scaled just like so and set the font to match the upper text, which is going to be Fredoka 1, and set the background transparency to around 1. Now this helps player understand the price before buying. Now your shop has buy button, sword image icon, coin system, working purchase system, and full UI shop integration. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and preview it by just clicking on the play icon. And you will see now by default we will have 500 coins, and when I click on shop, you will see the price, and you can just click on buy sword like so, and you will be given a sword in your backpack. So you can just click on the sword, equip it just like so. And that's it. That's how you add currency and items to shop in Roblox Studio. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to GuideRealm for more tutorials.